Kilmore Hanlon with a high kick towards Archie Stevens. Stevens tries to flick it out. Brian Laws nips in. Brian Laws with an opportunity from 25 yards. What a fine goal! Brian Laws struck the ball from 25 yards. 4 minutes have gone. The scoreline, Shrewsbury 0, Middlesbrough 1. Brian Laws' first ever goal for the club, and what a cracker! Kilmore Hanlon's high kick yet again causing problems. Archie Stevens gets on the end of it towards Gary Hamilton. Hamilton bravely finds Peter Beagrie. A fine shot that hits the post and has gone in. Peter Beagrie's shot hit the post, then rebounded back over the line, much to the despair of Steve Perks in the Shrewsbury goal. To the delight of the Boro fans, 36 minutes gone. Shrewsbury 0, Middlesbrough 2.
Yes, indeed, and that was the half-time score. That was the excellent news. Could it be that Alistair Brownlee will be able to commentate for the first time ever on a Boro victory? Let's hope that's not tempting fate. Couldn't have picked a better day for it, though, could we? Shrewsbury 0, Middlesbrough 2 at the Gay Meadow. Our football correspondent, Harold Shepperton, is there. And so, too, of course, is Alistair Brownlee.
Well, he joins John just as the second half gets underway. 30 seconds or so on the clock, and Tony McAndrew is just picking up a booking for an over-the-top challenge on Gary Hackett. It hasn't really been a dirty match so far, but Tony McAndrew, no doubt, reflecting the nerves in the Middlesbrough's performance. They see themselves 2 goals to nil ahead. Let's hope they can hang on to it. But it gives Shrewsbury a free kick, 25 yards out, floats in there by Ross McLaren, tries there to get the head towards Colin Robinson. The ball bouncing around on the edge of the area before Gary Hamilton completes a clearance, and that ball goes out, running down there to the terracing in front of the river side. The throw in there is going to be taken by the fullback Wayne Williams. Williams gets it down the line towards Robinson. Robinson's cross comes in very dangerously, and Tony McAndrew has to nip in there to kick the ball out for a corner. That'll be Shrewsbury's, of course, first corner of the second half here. And it just adds really to the pressure that they're going to be putting on us, I would imagine, in the next 45 minutes, because really in the first 45 they were a disgrace to their home supporters here. Middlesbrough took the game by the scruff of the neck. In comes that corner, met firmly by the head of Tony Mowbray there, gets the ball out, only go as far as Ross McLaren. McLaren there to win Williams. Williams, that move breaks down, is in the form of Dave Curry. Curry finds Peter Beagrie alongside him. A high, hopeful ball, but just bounces in the centre circle. Nobody really is near the Shrewsbury fullback Paul Petts, and Petts had too much time. He looked around and in the end made a wee bit of a hash of it, and it's Middlesbrough back on the attack yet again. Peter Beagrie, remember, he scored his first goal for the club this afternoon a little bit earlier on 36 minutes. He's trying to get in possession of the ball, jostling there with it with the Shrewsbury centre forward Gary Stevens, and down goes rather heavily Peter Beagrie under that particular challenge. The referee, John Ball, decided that a free kick was going to be given against Beagrie, but he definitely came out second best there in that particular challenge with Gary Stevens. But while Peter Beagrie is picking himself up from the floor, seems a good opportunity to read through the Shrewsbury team. In goal, Steve Perks, 2 Wayne Williams, 3 Paul Petts, 4 Ross McLaren, 5 Colin Griffin, 6 Steve Cross, number 7 is Ben McNally, 8 Gary Hackett, and 9 there is Gary Stevens, 10 Colin Robinson, 11 Paul Tester, and their substitute is Paul Johnson. The ball is in safety, it's right in the centre circle. The Shrewsbury centre half is going all the way back towards his own goalkeeper. Celebrate through the Middlesbrough teams. In goal, Kilmore Hanlon, 2 Brian Laws, 3 Paul Ward, 4 Tony McAndrew, 5 Tony Mowbray, 6 Irving Nattrass, 7 Gary Hamilton, 8 Peter Beagrie, 9 Heine Otto, 10 is Archie Stevens, 11 Dave Curry, and the Boro sub this afternoon will be Alan Kernaghan. Kernaghan on the bench there, cheering on the lads, no doubt delighted. The scoreline at the present time is Shrewsbury Town 0, Middlesbrough 2, and if it stays that way, Boro will remain a second division club, and attacking now in the form of Gary Hamilton. Hamilton there, very much the provider of Middlesbrough's second goal this afternoon. He's been jostled off the ball and wins a free kick. Free kick is going to be just around about in front of the centre circle. Middlesbrough dawdling a wee bit, taking their time. They realise only too well if the next 42 minutes tick away, they're going to be safe. They're not going to rush about, and Irving Nattrass it is, when he gets around to it in the sunshine here at the Gay Meadow this afternoon, who's going to take the free kick for Middlesbrough. The score remains the same. It will be only the third side here this season who have come away with a victory from the Gay Meadow, and that really sums up how well Middlesbrough have played so far this afternoon. Tony McAndrew it is, though, steps over from Nattrass to take that free kick. In it goes towards the head of Archie Stevens, but the Shrewsbury Town goalkeeper Steve Perks, he's a little bit too quick. He comes out, grabs the ball, and Stephen Perks there standing in front of the Middlesbrough spectators who have congregated at the station end of this particular ground, about 1,500 to 2,000 or so in number. Shrewsbury will be kicking the opposite way, from right to left in the commentary position, towards the Tech end, named after an old Polytechnic building that just overhangs the goal in which Kilmore Hanlon is standing at the present time, looking rather anxiously away towards the left wing, where the Boro players are gathering around Gary Hackett. In the end, they managed to get the ball away, only as far as Ross McLaren on the centre circle. His high ball goes in, and there, very thankfully, is Brian Laws to get the ball back to Boro goalkeeper Kilmore Hanlon. A waving Nattrass looks at, stares at, raises his arm in the gesture, just take your time, Kel. And Hanlon's going to do that, bounces the ball once, looks around to see who's going to hoist the ball towards the heads of Archie Stevens. No doubt was going to try and get on the end of that. Archie Stevens so lucky in the first half. He wrapped the Shrewsbury crossbar, wrapped the Shrewsbury post. He should have done better when he drove the ball wide from 12 yards, but at last, how nice it is to see a forward getting involved, doing everything right. And that reflects throughout the whole of the Middlesbrough team this afternoon. All 11 players out there have done everything for their club and a bid, of course, to remain in the second division. Alongside me, Harold Shepherdson anxiously kicked every ball. I think he kicked my foot once or twice in that first half, urging Middlesbrough onwards. A good performance for Harold.
They didn't need me in the first half. They played marvellously well, and the best I've seen them play for a long, long time, home or away. They've had commitment. They've challenged every inch of this turf today. The forwards have got through into positions where they should have scored goals. Archie Stevens, if he'd have scored 2 goals out of Boro, 4 chances he created, then of course we would have been onto something. But a marvellous performance, and if they keep it up, there's no danger what's good the score's going to be. But we've got to get over this first quarter of an hour and keep going the way we have been.
Thanks very much, Harold. And just while we were away, while Harold was talking there, Archie Stevens picked up from Harold's comments about how trying to grab in a goal there. He flashed a shot and it went way, way wide, though, I'm afraid, for that particular one. Let's hope Archie can manage to get on the score sheet. We've been 5 minutes into the second half here. 40 minutes, of course, away from safety, and Middlesbrough, in their tradition, as Willie Madron promised this afternoon, trying to push forward, but the Shrewsbury defence once resolute. Ross McLaren getting the ball down the line towards Paul Tester, but Brian Laws is sticking tightly, sticking closely to him. It's going to be a throw-in, or a free kick rather. Free kick has been given. Brian Laws going a wee bit too eager there. Now an opportunity for Shrewsbury to move forward in the shape of their centre half, Colin Griffin, whose shot really sums up Shrewsbury's afternoon this afternoon. To the groans of the spectators in front of us, Colin Griffin's shot went way to Callum O'Hanlon's left-hand side. In fact, he was in more danger of hitting the corner flag than it was of hitting anything like the net this afternoon. So it's going to be a goal kick. Callum O'Hanlon yet again taking his time at the tech end of the ground. Sunshine out here at the Gay Meadow. We're all enjoying ourselves, and certainly the Boro fans away there at the Station Road end. They're enjoying themselves, bare-chested, standing on the barriers, shouting, "We will stay up." So let's certainly hope they can do that. And Middlesbrough trying to move forward yet again. Brian Laws trying to nip in on the right side of Paul Tester, but really losing out. And Paul Tester now has an opportunity to attack the Boro defence, but Brian Laws doing well. Gets the right side, but the ball goes away to the right-hand side where Bernard McNally picks it up. And yet again, to the groans of the crowd, shooting not doing too much with it this afternoon. Makes you wonder really how they've gone on so far this season. Way up there in the league, 8th position. Only 2 sides I mentioned before Middlesbrough recorded victories here this afternoon. The last team we tried to come here and record a victory, that was Grimsby, where they got stuck by 4 goals to 1. So they're really playing well this afternoon. Trying to move forward in the form of Brian Laws. Laws kicking the ball high, it's in the centre circle, met there by the head of Ross McLaren, but his head goes to nobody in particular. Back towards Tony McAndrew. McAndrew tidying up rather nicely towards Callum O'Hanlon. So O'Hanlon has the ball in his hands at the present time. He kicks that ball long towards Peter Beagrie. Beagrie flicks it on. Archie Stevens tries to get under it, but beaten there by Ross McLaren. The ball bobbling around. Stevens getting involved yet again. We're trying to work a neat 1-2 between himself and Peter Beagrie. Beagrie now has the opportunity to attack the full-back Wayne Williams, but a rather stern challenge coming in on there between the combined. And between them, they managed to get the ball away to some form of safety. Nice to reflect, really, that Middlesbrough's, this could be their 4th away victory of the season, and how nice it would be, too, if they could manage to record this afternoon, especially for those fans we've mentioned who've made the long trip, some 180-odd miles or so, here to Shropshire, and hopefully, of course, the scoreline is going to remain the same, or if not better. That's not to be too greedy, though. It's Shrewsbury Town 0, Middlesbrough 2, 7 minutes into the second half. Paul Ward it is who's trying to complete the clearance there. The bounce or the bobble of the ball deceived him somewhat. Went ahead there towards Gary Hackett. Hackett couldn't control it either. And the ball rolled out towards the stand there just in front of the riverside where some of the Shrewsbury public have congregated this afternoon. It's going to be a throw-in for Middlesbrough. Just about on level with the edge of the Middlesbrough penalty area. Paul Ward is who throws the ball down the line. Archie Stevens looks as if he was going to go for it. He left Ross McLaren, the Shrewsbury number 4, get in first. But not really too much constructive there from Shrewsbury. The ball's going back yet again. And we don't mind as long as it's in their particular half of the field. And the minute it is, but it's in the form of their full-back, left-back, Paul Petts, right in front of us here, in the commentary position, in the centre stand. The crowd urging him to go forward, but really nobody's making a move in front of him. And his final pass is one of despair to the spectators because it goes right to Middlesbrough's Tony McAndrew. And McAndrew ties up rather neatly. Back towards Callum O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon's chance yet again to dawdle, to waste a few of those precious seconds before he hoists the ball towards the Middlesbrough forwards who are awaiting then. It's going to be Dave Curry under it. There's a bit of a push, it seemed, there in the back by Paul Petts. The referee was having none of it. Curry did win it, flicked the ball away, and the ball rolled out and was caught down the slope was somewhat out. Hanny Otto couldn't manage to sprint. It's going to be a throw-in for Shrewsbury, just slightly way to the right of the commentary position. Paul Petts is who's going to take it to full-back, and he goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Steve Perks, and we're quite happy with that one. So Steve Perks is now looking around, seeing who's gone in front of him. He's going to hoist that ball yet again. Up it goes, in now towards the centre circle. Tony McAndrew's trying to get under it, together with the attentions of Colin Robinson. McAndrew is the victor, on there towards Archie Stevens. Stevens appeared to get a blow in the face. The referee had a very good view of that particular incident. The referee this afternoon, John Ball of Leicester, he waved play on. In the end, the ball is of no consequence because it goes nice back, safely, towards the goalkeeper, Callum O'Hanlon. So with 9 minutes gone, it seems a good opportunity to bring in alongside me Harold Shepherdson.